We are live. We are live, gang. War on Vegas call-in show. The number's up there, 716-703-8046. You can call in. I'll take your call. People are going to hear you. People are going to hear your voice. You're going to say whatever it is you have to say, and I am too, and people are going to hear your voice. Let's get into it. We got a couple voicemails to get through while people get in here, and then I hope some of you find that today is your day to stand up, step up, and be the person you thought you were. Use your words, call in, and tell me what's on your mind. And it can be anything, by the way. You want to talk about this pick? You want to talk about this Colorado game we have coming up, the most public play in college football? You can talk about it. But if you also want to talk about how to save your marriage, I can help you with that as well. Let's get into it. Padres with a huge win, says Butch, and that is absolutely correct. All right, first voicemail. Let's get right into it here. This is from Gale Storm, it says.
Yeah, this is Gale Storm. How you doing there? Just wanted to tell you my story that I'm real mad at Las Vegas still about. So I lost my family and stuff I don't need to talk about, but I went down there to Vegas and I was trying to drink myself to death there.
Hang on a second. Our very first call, and already someone has referenced that they went to Vegas to try to drink themselves to death. Listen, you can say whatever you want. I didn't expect it to be this intense right off the bat. All right, Gail, go on.
This prostitute with a heart of gold. We started hanging out. And
said prostitute with a heart of gold. Listen, no need to clarify. Just because don't judge her for what she does for a living. I'm sure she's a great person. Go on.
One night we went out to just party. We were drinking, and we went down to one of those casinos, and I was doing real well, winning a lot, and then I started to lose, and I tossed the table over, and then they kicked me out.
Wait. This guy, Gail lost so much. I'm going to have to... I wish this one were live because there's no way this is true. Gail said he flipped the table over after he lost a bunch of money. And he does. I will say he sounds like someone that would do this. But I don't. You've been. This is a Vegas casino. This isn't some rinky-dink establishment. This isn't like some kitchen table. He said he flipped the table. He flipped the table.
They said I could not come back again, and so
I could not come back again. Okay.
It was very sad, and then I drank myself to death. Well, I guess nearly to death, and that's what happened. So that's why I hate it, and I'm happy to donate. Because I'm real mad at Las Vegas. Thank you so much. This is real good talking to you. All right, goodbye.
Gail, thank you. Thank you for the call, Gail. Listen, he almost drank himself to death. Listen, you got kicked out. You flipped over a table in Vegas. I'm going to say it. I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me. But if you flipped over a table while losing money and you got banned for life, I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. Maybe this is the greatest thing that ever happened to you was the fact that you got banned and you couldn't go back to that casino. Because I'll tell you this, we say it's a war on Vegas, not just because we're trying to get these picks right, we're trying to take their money, we're trying to have revenge on them. That's not the only reason why. It's also by exposing their secrets, exposing the way they cheat, and trying to get people to stop donating their money to them. Lot of people in the comments right now asking about Colorado, by the way. A lot of people asking about Colorado. I just got to say, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. Deion Sanders is not a human being. We can't put human being expectations on Deion Sanders. So there is literally no limit to what he could pull off. No limit to how good his season could be. But this is the most public game in the history of college football. The most public game. 82% of the bets are on one side. 82%. Steve, you should still call, baby. 82% are on one side. And even so... people are still confident in Colorado. I don't know, man. I don't have action on it. I do like the over. Plays are up on SoBet. As always, if you want all my plays, we got 10 today. I'm going to go to the next voicemail. Again, if you want to call in, we'll do this live on air. You could call in. We'll start talking it out. Carson, good to see you on Twitch. The number is 716-703-8046. Lines are open. We're going to the next voicemail. I did not go to Tennessee. All right, next voicemail.
What's up, Pick'em PD? It's Karsten, or the XFL Lord, as I am on the Discord. Just wanted to wish you some luck on this NFL season. Hope that your locks cash and you make us some money. obviously, just wanted to wish you some luck and say that's like Vegas on fire, baby. Fuck Vegas, let's make some money, and let's do this. Let's go pick 'em.
Cheers, Karsten. We're going to get back to that. I got a live one before we come back to Karsten. Hello. Hello, this is Petey. What's good?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What? Hello? We lost him. First live caller backed down. Come on. Be better than that. But Steve, I tried to pick up on you. But by the way, shout out to Karsten with that call in. That is the XFL god, the Lord of Locks. He was in the Discord. He was in this live chat throughout the XFL season. 36-4, I believe, or 18-2. He was 90% on XFL plays. I've never seen anyone go on a heater like this.
Call from
Steve.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Steve, how's it going? Steve? Guys, we're struggling with the tech.
Call from
Come on, Steve. All right, I'm going to switch it to voicemail only. For now. If you go in, go ahead and leave a voicemail. I'll respond to that. It's a shame we couldn't take this on air right now. But we're going to get that. We're going to get that figured out, and I'm going to take those on air. Shout out, Jeffrey. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you. All right, I'm going to redirect everyone. I'm going to take these calls on my phone, so I'm going to lose this this TikTok live. I'm going to lose this TikTok live, take this call. I'm going to continue on Twitch. Find me on Twitch, Pick'em Petey. Cheers, guys. Steve, what's going on? Steve.
Yo, Petey, what's up, brother?
What's going on? How you doing, bro?
I'm alright, man. I'm ready for this college football to kick off, man.
I cannot wait.
I can't either, bro. What are you feeling today?
I'll tell you. My favorite play today is going to be Alabama -7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on a so bet, and I'm riding this Utah and Sam Hartman, man.
Yeah, you riding Sam Hartman as well?
I mean, so when I got on SoBet today, my plays were my line was at 7.5, and that's what Pac liked it at 7, I believe. So I just brought it down to like 6.5. I parlayed Colorado, Utah, and who else did I parlay? Colorado, Utah, and Notre Dame. Plus, it was like plus 350, man.
Plus 350 for all three of them? That's riding. I'm telling you, Colorado, that's going to be everything.
Yeah, that's what my girl. I mean, Shakira Sanders and Travis Hunter, they're just built different, man. After watching them last week, I keep telling my girl, when they beat TCU, man, Deion just made them boys believe.
Yeah.
He just made them believe, and them boys just played with heart, man, and that's what it boils down to.
They really came out and delivered, like on a different level. They didn't just cover; they won. That was huge. I don't think you have anything to worry about with Notre Dame, and I feel very confident in Alabama. Those two, I think, are very strong, even spread.
That's my biggest problem is the spread. I'm scared of the points all the time, man.
Yeah, well, I think buying a point is okay in situations like this when it's around 7 or around 3. You don't want like 6.5 is so much more appealing than 7.5.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, if I get it at 6.5, I can win by a touchdown. If I get it at 7.5, now I got to win by 10.
Yeah, that's a completely different ballgame. They're not going for 2 to cover your spread for you. You don't get.
I mean, that'd be wishful thinking like Penn State last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think those are strong plays. I think they could both run away with it. If it were Alabama, I wouldn't have bought points. But Notre Dame, I don't mind bringing it down. Colorado's going to be interesting, though. It's really just the public thing more than anything. I've never seen the public this heavy on one play. It's just going to be interesting to see. I don't know if Vegas is going to, do a crime in broad daylight, take everything from the public, or they're going to give us this one, invest in a new batch of addicts, and take their money later on down the road.
I think when I was watching TikTok earlier, they were saying like 86% of the public is on this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw up to 82, 83. That's the biggest number I've ever seen. And there's more money on this game than there is on a single NFL game.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, I got to get on picking and see how much money's on this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man, I just want to let you know, PD, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love your plays. I'm just not too much of an over-under guy. I know you like your overs and your unders and stuff like that too, but your picks are fire, bro. I've definitely been on so bad. I want to say like 4 months now.
I appreciate it, Steve. Hey, if you want the plays, they're on so bet. A lot of over-unders, but not Steve. Steve wants winners only. Appreciate you, Steve. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Appreciate it, brother. I'll be on the line.
All right, take care. Cheers.
Amen.
All right. Well, we switched over to just the Twitch stream, so we're a little light. This is growing pains. We're gonna have to find a way to get these calls without having any sort of issues. If you are a tech person that wants to help me out, probably don't do it. I don't really work well with other people. I'm not really a collaborative type of guy. Just saying. But appreciate the call in. Carcorn in here. Karsten, he is the XFL Lord of Locks, called in earlier. Left the voicemail, says he wants to hammer WMU plus 24.5 against Q's. I don't hate that play. I think a 3-score plus spread against a team like Syracuse, and I know Syracuse, I think they cracked the top 25 last year for one of the first times ever. That was a big step for them. I think they're a solid program, but they're not like that. They're not a win by 4 scores with ease type of program. So I don't care. I don't know much about WMU, but I can tell you that having Syracuse a 24.5-point favorite against anyone definitely raises some alarm bells for me. I don't hate that play at all. I think that's pretty strong. There are some really high over-unders or really high spreads that I like taking. Georgia minus 42 today I think is good. 41.5 would make me more confident. I don't know if I'm going to play it or not. 42 is it's a big one, but I don't think Georgia gives up more than 3 or 6 points. The over-under is set at 52. So, what does that look like? 49-7 hits the over and they cover. 49-3 pushes and they just cover the over. Like, their team total is probably at 45.5 would be my guess, 44.5. So that's a good one. Alabama last week at minus 39.5. That one smacked. Karsten says he's calling in, hey, lines are potentially open. We're not 100% sure, but we believe they're open. If you want to make that call, again, it's 716-703-8046. And we're live on Twitch as well. Call in. Your calls will be answered on air. What do we got here? This call didn't ring. All right, I'm gonna throw it off. Do not disturb. I'm gonna receive calls again. See if we can get anything to come through. Yes, sir. I'm like, I feel like I'm Frazier or someone. All right, Carson. Line should be open again for anyone who's looking to call in. I think we're back live again on the line. Again, it's 716-703-8046. Taking calls. And we got a couple more voicemails left over here to turn to as well, if we gotta. Hello.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo.
What's up, PD?
Karsten, what's good?
What's up, dude? I'm just calling. I'm pretty pissed about this Chiefs-Lions game, my guy.
You're a Chiefs guy? Or you're an over guy?
No, I'm a Packers guy, but I started Gibbs in my fantasy league because
Ooh.
all my buddies are Lions fans and they're hyping him up.
Oh, that's right. You're anti-Lion.
That motherfucker got 8 points.
Ooh. Hey, at least he didn't start Sky Moore. That's the silver lining. I think he got one target and he dropped it. Maybe 2 targets, caught one, dropped the other, which was kind of par for the course for the Chiefs on Thursday.
Yeah, and Tony was definitely not looking good.
Atrocious performance. So how's your team looking? That was your only guy that played so far?
Yeah, I mean, I defer to Gibbs. He was projected 14. He only got 8, so that really screwed me. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I got Lawrence in this league. I got Mixon, and I got Jefferson. So I'm hoping that I am going to turn it around, but who really knows?
I mean, you got 6 points. You got 6 points to come up with the rest of your roster left. I wouldn't be too stressed. I think Jefferson goes crazy. Is it PPR, half point?
Yeah, it's full PPR, but it's only an 8-man league.
Full PPR with Jefferson. That could go crazy. I wouldn't be too stressed, but that does make it more disappointing that Gibbs came up with 8 points with a full point PPR. That was sad. That was a good game though. It was a lot of fun to watch. I had the over. Very disappointing performance there. I don't think the hype around the Lions and the disgust around the Chiefs is fully warranted. I like it. I'm excited for the Lions fans, but you can't walk away from that game and think, oh, we're really hot now. We just took down the Chiefs. We're built like that because, there's a huge gift on that pick six. Some atrocious misplays by the Chiefs. No Kelsey, no Chris Jones. And listen, I want the Chiefs to lose. I'm very excited about the Chiefs loss. I'm a Bills guy. I want that road to the bye as easy as possible. A Chiefs loss, you never take it for granted. But the takeaways from this game, I tend to think they're kind of an overreaction.
Oh, I definitely agree. I think just because it's the first game of the season, there was a lot of hype behind it, and Detroit has just been shit for so many years that all their fans are delusional. Once they win a game, they're just like, oh, instant Super Bowl.
Yeah, Detroit. I get it. As it's not the same in Buffalo now. It's not the same for Bills fans. But once we got any sign of success, we were already making Super Bowl parade plans just because we were so desperate, so thirsty for something. And now that we're like a consistent playoff team, a contender trying to get to the Super Bowl, there's a lot more caution in there. But I get it. The Lions fans are going crazy. But you need in every group of hometown fans, you need one Debbie Downer in there to bring people down to earth, to criticize everything the team does and always think that things are the same old, and you're not going to be that good anymore. You need someone in that group just to manage expectations.
Yeah. Well, I also wanted to mention, I definitely am thinking I'm going to hammer this plus 24.5 versus Syracuse.
I like that play. You got any thoughts behind it, or you just think that line's too big?
Well, I'm a graduate from Western, and we got a brand new coach this season, and there's a lot of hype again around some of the players we got transferred, and our rushing leader, Jalen Buckley, pretty good. I'm pretty sure he's the #1 rushing leader in the MAC right now.
Really?
So, I mean, the Q's is good. Obviously, the MAC division ain't nothing, but 24.5 spread, that is a lot. I could see us maybe making it a close game. Now, I'm not going to say, it's going to be like a 7-point game.
Sure.
But I could maybe see it be a 2-score game.
Yeah, 24.5 does seem... 24.5 just seems like a lot for Syracuse. And, we didn't see the new clock rules come into effect in week 0, week 1, really. It hasn't seemed to be too big a factor. But if anything, it does lean to fewer possessions. And therefore, these larger spreads are harder to cover. And like you said, you got Western Michigan. They like to run the ball. That's going to help. I don't really know too much about Syracuse's offensive approach, but I don't think they have the high-powered offense where they can cover a spread like that easily. Normally when I look at a team with a massive spread, for instance, Michigan didn't cover last week. They had a huge spread. They won 30-3 because not that they don't have a good offense, but they're more of a defensive team. They have a little bit of a slower approach. They're not known for this crazy run-and-gun offense, so they can't cover even though they really easily dominated and easily got the win. They don't put up crazy points like some teams do. And I kind of put Syracuse in that bucket where I don't know if they can win with ease, but I don't know if they have the offense to make 24.5 points look simple. Like, I don't know if that's their win with ease. So that's where I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, and then Western last week played St. Francis, and obviously St. Francis is a smaller D1 school, but we did pretty good. We won, I think it was like 35-17, so... I mean, I'm not trying to hype up my alma mater, but I'm hoping that this season is a turnaround and we might actually make a run for the MAC.
I mean, I have to weigh in a little bit of bias here. As soon as you said alma mater, I'm not going to lie. Listen, I don't know anybody on Western Michigan's roster until you brought it up today. So I'm not going to tell you I got insight here. The only thing I don't like in this play is that you're from Western Michigan. If anyone else had told me, I'd add like 5-6 more points of confidence. But hey, if you want like some sort of rivalry here, I'm not going to say I have any real allegiance to Buffalo's team, but that's a MAC team, University of Buffalo. I think they covered. They were minus 28 against Wisconsin last week. I think they lost by 20 or 21. So I guess par for the course start for them. They're playing Fordham today, and they're massive favorites.
But yeah, do you have any good locks for tomorrow? Because as a Packers fan, you already know I'm kind of shaking in my boots.
Yeah. I'm going to get the full slate up tomorrow morning for all my NFL plays. I got to put in a little bit more thought because my biggest play Monday, I'm riding with the Bills. Got to ride with the Bills. But I like Jags minus 4.5 a lot. It might be 5 now. I really like that play. I think there's a little bit too much hype around Anthony Richardson. Not that he's massively hyped. I'm not saying it's like that. But there's a level of expectation around him that I don't think is warranted. And I think that's making the line a little bit close. There's excitement for the Colts. There's hometown betting, all that. I just can't really wrap my mind around only minus 4.5. The Jaguars are coming back, and now they have Ridley. Trevor Lawrence showed incredible growth over the second half of his second year, which makes me think there's still a lot more in the tank, especially given how hyped up he was as a prospect, how much talent he showed. I think he could be having a really huge year. He's got a much better receiving core now with Ridley. So I think the Jaguars are only better than they were last year after finishing on a pretty high note, getting a win in the playoffs on that huge comeback. And then the Colts disappointed massively. Now they've got a brand new QB in his first NFL game ever. I don't know what's going on with Jonathan Taylor. Like, why is this a 4.5 point spread? That's probably the most confusing line I've seen. So yeah, I think taking the Jags minus 4.5, minus 5, whatever it is, I think that's my favorite play tomorrow.
Sweet. Well, thanks, Peter. I appreciate being able to call on. Just wanted to say that make sure we light Vegas on fire this NFL season. We got to make you back your millions you've lost.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to wish you luck and best of luck. Let's do this, dude.
I appreciate you, Carson. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, anytime, dude. You have a good one.
Cheers. Guys, that was our XFL Lord of Locks. I've said this before. He delivered a 90% win percentage throughout the XFL season. Unheard of numbers. Unheard of. Those numbers are so good, it's like painful for me to talk about them because people will be like, oh, he's going to do it again, and nobody can do that. He shouldn't have done it in the first place. I don't know how it happened, but it was an absolutely electric run. Couldn't believe it. Also, deeper voice. He's correcting me. He says 36-4. Not only did he go 18-2, he went 18-2 twice. Unbelievable. Yeah. But like I said, deeper voice than expected. A little bit intimidating there. Means I got to ride. What do we think? We're riding Western Michigan, plus 24.5. Did we get convinced? I think so. Because Carson hasn't given me a ton of plays, but when he's given me a play, he's taken it seriously, and he's delivered. Like I said, 36-4 in the XFL. Absolutely electric run this past season. I'm going to open the line back up. If we got, I'll give it a minute or so for one more call. I'll go through. I think we got one more voicemail in here to get through. Let's see what we're working with. Doug Fennell.
Hello. This is Doug Fennell. My ex-wife Janine and I were on a trip to...
Okay, everyone's ex-wife is named Janine. You could have just said, my ex-wife and I. Once you say ex-wife, I know her name's Janine. Why are you wasting my time telling me her name's Janine when I know her name's Janine because you said my ex-wife? That's all I need to know. All right, back to you, Doug.
Vegas back in 92 before she died.
Wait. He's calling his ex-wife. He's calling her his ex-wife and she died. It's his late wife. That's disrespectful, Doug. Am I wrong? Do you not call your ex-wife your late wife, your dead wife? You don't refer to her as your ex. Anyway, he and Janine are in Vegas in 92 before I was even born.
Was standing at the craps table for what must have been a few hours, and I was asked to back away because I was just watching, and people wanted to play, they said.
All right, Doug, a lot of detail for something that happened 32 years ago, but let's go on.
I hate Las Vegas, and I support your war. My new wife, Crystal, says
my new wife, Crystal,
it would be good for me to direct my anger towards something positive and not on her.
Okay. Doug, I think Doug's about to confess a crime, so we're going to move on from that one. Wow. Some people called in just to explain how much they love Vegas. And you know what? I appreciate it. Because that's what we do here. We bring them down. We don't just take these locks and beat them with our picks. We don't just go to war with them every day with our selections. We expose them to the world for the dirty thieves that they are, sticking their hands in our pockets, trying to get our hard-earned money and take it for themselves. This 9% juice, I'm not having it. These little public screw jobs, I'm not having it. We got to keep a close eye on Colorado today. We got to keep a real close eye on that game and figure out what's going on, because there's some shady business always going on, and this is the most public game ever. So it's going to be broad daylight if they do some shady business. It's going to be broad daylight, and we're going to understand. That's all I'm saying. And listen, if you are in New Jersey and you are sick of the books, this is our sponsor, Profit Exchange. Profit Exchange is the future of sports betting, okay? No more bookie, no more house, no more juice. Peer-to-peer, 1% fee. 1%, not 9, 1%. Peer-to-peer. That's the name of the game. Profit Exchange, available in New Jersey. More states coming soon. $100 free bet to begin with code Petey. Check it out. It's in my bio. I'm telling you, I don't do deals with Vegas. If I wanted to get a lot of money doing some shady business with them, I could. That's just how it goes if you're a quote-unquote sports betting influencer. But if it's Profit Exchange, we're actually moving away from Vegas. This is the future of sports betting. We get rid of the juice. It's just peer-to-peer. This is how it should be. And someday, that's how it's all going to be. So get in early, because who knows? At some point, they might take 2 or 3%. That's just how life works. All right, gang, that's it for the calls, the voicemails. I apologize for the tech issue. We're going to figure that out before next week's stream. Carson, appreciate the support. Attic, appreciate it. What's good, bro? Thank you for everyone who joined. We're gonna figure out how to get these calls right without losing the audio, so we can stay live on TikTok as well. But appreciate everyone following on Twitch. I am giving away $200 to one of my first 150 followers on Twitch, and we're at like $1.15 right now, so there's still room. Get involved. Go ahead, follow me. Shout out to Attic, who just did, and we'll be back next week with better audio and more calls. Cheers, gang.